Welcome back. It's time now for the morning rush. The family of the man shot and killed by Albuquerque police in November is now suing the city. Police video shows the moments officers tell Jesus Crosby to drop his weapon, which was a pair of nail clippers. Two officers fired their tasers while two others shot him. Crosby's family filed a lawsuit alleging APD officers either lacked the proper training or simply chose not to use lethal force when confronting him.
A man police say threatened a delivery driver with a gun is facing multiple charges this morning. Last Thursday, a DoorDash driver was called back to the home of Braxton McCarty. It's after getting a message about a problem with the order. Now an argument broke out and McCarty allegedly pointed a gun at the driver. He is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
New this morning, officials in San Juan County say a suspect is in custody after a series of threats to local schools. According to the San Juan County Sheriff's Office, Farmington High, Kirtland High, and other schools on the Navajo Nation had threats made against them on social media yesterday. They say a suspect was arrested but have not publicly identified them. Anyone with information on any other school threat is asked to call the San Juan County Sheriff's Office. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. We are waking up to mid-40s, which isn't that cold for our morning hours, but make sure to grab your warm layers because we're not warming up. We'll see highs in the upper 40s, and it's going to be an extremely windy day.
The pilot program that eliminates bus fares for some Albuquerque ride buses will be continuing for the time being. Yesterday, city councilors agreed to keep the program for now, but ramp up security by giving security officers more authority to enforce the rules on buses and make it a specific crime to disobey them. The pilot program is going to end this summer.
It's officially been a year since recreational cannabis has been legalized, and it's one of New Mexico's big businesses. According to the state, New Mexico has seen $300 million in adult use sales since April of last year. As of March, the state says more than $27 million in cannabis excise taxes have gone to the state's general fund and to local communities.
Clovis Municipal Schools will have now installed artificial intelligence technology that can detect when someone is brandishing a gun. The district is now using AI software from Zero Eyes that's installed in cameras and can recognize a gun. If command center staff think that a situation is a lethal threat, 911 is called and the school is notified in under 5 seconds. Erica.
And here's a check on the threat index. It is going to be on the high end today as we'll see these extreme winds and a high wildfire threat along with dust storms and blowing debris.
1 week after a shooting at an elementary school in Nashville, thousands of students protested at the Tennessee state capitol. The walkout began at 10:13 Monday morning. It was at the exact time 1 week earlier that a shooter killed 3 students and 3 adults at a private Christian school. Students are now demanding stricter gun laws.
The Biden administration says it's working to secure the release of an American journalist who's been detained in Russia. Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich has now filed an appeal against Russia after being detained there late last week and charged as a spy. White House denies the charges, but the State Department has yet to classify him as being wrongly detained.
Later today, former President Trump is expected to face an arraignment on criminal charges in New York City for his alleged involvement in a hush money payment made to an adult film star during his 2016 campaign. The former president arrived in Manhattan yesterday from Florida. He plans to hold a news conference when he returns to Mar-a-Lago tonight. Erica.
To check on traffic, the maps are looking clear, no accidents or slowdowns. Trackers heading south on I-25 towards Leading Coal, and everything's moving at speed there.
Well, surveillance footage captures the moment that thieves took a unique piece of decor from outside of a Phoenix Dairy Queen. The group walked away with a 15-foot tall red spoon sometime between March 24th and 25th. That spoon, which is said to have a value of more than $3,500, was found yesterday. That was near a local middle school. At least it was recovered here.
Time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, juniors at El Dorado High School are showing off their physics skills this week by building a Rube Goldberg machine. Each spring, these students set out to build their very own Rube Goldberg machines, all from materials they found around their homes. Students have 6 hours to build. The winner will be announced later this week.
At number 4, City Councilor Clarissa Pena is introducing a memorial urging state lawmakers to think about making the lowrider New Mexico's official state car. This would be something that lawmakers would discuss possibly in the next legislative session.
And at number 3, we're going to be seeing extreme winds with gusts up to 60 miles per hour possible in the metro.
And number 2, Albuquerque's Winrock Town Center development is coming along. According to the developer, Goodman Realty Group, construction on the Portland building is going to be starting in May and will consist of 3 stories of office space. Developers are expecting the park to be complete by September.
And number 1, the family of the man shot and killed by Albuquerque police in November is suing the city, claiming the shooting was avoidable. Police video shows the moments officers tell Jesus Crosby to drop his weapon, which was a pair of nail clippers with the file extended. 2 officers fired their tasers while 2 others shot him. Crosby died at the hospital. Now Crosby's family filed a lawsuit alleging APD officers either lacked the proper training or simply chose not to use less lethal force when confronting him.